This is a picture of Guns N' Roses taken at a recent show in Dusseldorf, Germany. I'll just leave that here for a second. Freedom. What actually is this? Freedom. A beautiful word. Rolls right off the tongue. Looks great on a t-shirt. Even better on a missile. It's written into constitutions, shouted at protests, turned into slogans, and stamped onto military dog tags. For some people, freedom means opportunity. For others, it means survival. But one thing's for sure. Everyone claims to love it, even when they clearly don't want others to have it. Let's be honest, freedom sounds simple, but the second you scratch the surface, it starts to look a lot more complicated, or at least very selectively applied. Take corporations, for example. They love to complain they don't have enough freedom to do business. Too many rules, they cry, too many taxes, too many unions, we can't expand, we can't innovate, we can't exploit workers in peace. But let's call it what it is. They want the freedom to do whatever they want, with zero consequences. And if that happens to steamroll the rights of employees, communities, or the planet, well, that's just the price of progress, right? It's funny how one side's freedom always seems to depend on someone else giving theirs up. Honestly, it's a good thing regulations exist. Some of these companies act like teenagers with a stolen car and no brakes. If we didn't have rules, we'd be living in a scorched wasteland powered by unpaid internships and microtransactions. Then there's the United States, the self-declared land of the free. Freedom here is more than a value, it's a brand. It's advertised between Super Bowl commercials, hung on every porch, and tattooed on bald eagles in HD. It's freedom with fireworks, freedom with fries, freedom that comes with a catchy country song and a discount code for a mattress. But what does it actually mean? Sure, Americans have the right to vote, the right to speak out, the right to own guns, but they're also being watched, profiled, and tracked with every click. Their health care is tied to their employer. Their wages stagnate while the cost of living soars. And their politicians are sponsored like NASCAR drivers. You're free, they say, while they read your emails, price you out of housing, and serve you a $100,000 student debt bill with a side of surveillance capitalism. Freedom to own guns? Sure, but also freedom to live in a country where kids have active shooter drills before they can spell the word democracy. Freedom of speech? Great. Just don't say anything that makes your boss, your bank, or your government uncomfortable. Or you might find yourself demonetized, deplatformed, or quietly blacklisted. Freedom to choose your life? Only if your insurance approves it, your landlord allows it, and the algorithm says it's okay. Repeat the word freedom enough, and people will start to believe they have it. Please take a moment to consider to subscribe to this channel. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Something like, "Hell yeah, Goat Brother 666, or some fire emojis. Also, share this video to other heavy metal Bitcoin maniacs. Together, we will make heavy metal and Bitcoin take over the world. Meanwhile, in other parts of the world, freedom looks completely different. In some countries, it means not being arrested for criticizing the president. In others, it's the right to worship, or not. It's the ability to access uncensored information, to travel freely, or to just exist without being treated like a threat. In many places, freedom isn't handed to you. It's stolen, reclaimed, fought for, whispered about in basements, smuggled across borders, or buried in encrypted files. So, no, freedom isn't universal. It's contextual. It's political. And it sure as hell isn't a one-size-fits-all hoodie you buy during the 4th of July sale. Sometimes, freedom means blasting a guitar solo at full volume. Sometimes, It means quietly holding on to a secret hope. Sometimes, it just means control over your own damn life. That's where Bitcoin enters the chat. Now, no, Bitcoin won't save the world. It can't fix corruption or make people less greedy. But it does offer something most systems don't, a way to move and store value that doesn't depend on banks, governments, or billion-dollar platforms with bird logos. Bitcoin is decentralized, open, censorship-resistant. It doesn't care where you live, what your credit score is, or which dictator's face is on your local currency. Nobody can print more of it on a whim. Nobody can freeze your wallet with a click. Nobody can decide that you don't deserve access. In authoritarian countries, Bitcoin is a digital lifeline. In collapsing economies, it's a financial fire escape. And in the so-called free world, it's a plan B for when your bank, your government, or your payment app decides you're inconvenient. Is it perfect? Hell no. Bitcoin has flaws, it's volatile, and it still needs time to grow. But here's the thing. It gives people actual power over one of the most powerful forces in their lives, money. And in a world where money usually comes with strings, fees, and surveillance, that's a big deal. In spirit, Bitcoin is like heavy metal. It's not polite, it's not polished, but it's real, it's raw, it's independent. It doesn't wait for permission, it doesn't ask for approval, and it doesn't care if you don't like the volume. So next time someone talks about freedom, maybe ask, freedom for whom? Freedom from what? And who gets to decide? Because real freedom isn't a buzzword. It's not a bumper sticker. It's choice. It's control. It's responsibility. And sometimes it's a piece of code that no government can erase. Bitcoin is one of the tools that can help us get there. Not perfect, not magic, but real. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough to start with.